So welcome back. I'm sitting here with Derryl Theissen. What's your company called again, Derryl?
My Place Renovation, Construction, and Design.
Awesome. So now we've been talking, and I've been learning a lot myself about some of the things that people should avoid, mistakes that they shouldn't make, or things that they should know before hiring a contractor and starting any kind of sizable project in their life, whether it be business, right, commercial,
Yeah,
or residential. So we're going to move on to tip number 2. We're almost at number 1, but this is tip number 2 in the top 10, right? Number 2.
Number 2. Changing your mind during the course of a renovation.
Uh-oh.
I mean, every client has the license to change their mind as many times as they want. As long as you understand, when you change your mind, you're asking for more costs.
Right.
More labor, more materials. Going back, taking 2 steps, and then moving forward in another direction. Those are all fine as long as you understand with your contractor. Here's how much more it's going to cost. You've asked me to put in 2 more lights. You've asked me to move that one from there to there. You've asked me to also renovate your closet because the flooring, comes up to your closet, and you might as well do that.
Right.
Ask in the same breath, and how much extra is that going to be?
Right.
Because in your head, in your contractor's mind, he's thinking, oh, that's an extra $500 upcharge.
Right.
In your mind, you're thinking, oh, you're there already, you can just probably throw that in for me.
Right.
So just a clear communication on when I change my mind, I just need to know how much that's going to be. If I want to make upgrades,
right,
no problem.
Which are totally fine.
Great.
And I think that what you talk about is really good. I remember when I came into the food space, it was another restaurant, and then we gutted it, and then I looked around and thought, I have no idea what this is going to look like, and my wife shut her eyes and said, well, I think it'll look like this. And then when we went to go make it like this, it not only did it not turn out that way because we thought we couldn't afford to hire a contractor, we kind of did it ourselves, and it didn't end up the way we wanted, and then it would cost us more money going on because we had to fix a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And so the project can be fluid, right? It can be like, hey, I didn't quite think of this before, or it didn't occur to me, or I didn't think to ask, or now that I've seen this part, can we do this? And that's all key, but there is going to be an added charge, right? Because your mind is always your mind to change, but if you go to see a movie, and then you walk out of that movie after half an hour and you want to go see another movie, they don't let you into that other movie for nothing.
That's
right? You got to pay something.
That's
so
right.
You're willing to work with people, obviously, but knowing that there might be a budgetary change based on some of those new directives.
Right. And if you work with your contractor at the beginning to say, okay, here's my plan, is there anything that you could recommend changing? Then he may say, well, you know what, if you notice that this door, the traffic pattern is off unless we put it on the other side of the wall,
right?
So that we're not making the room difficult to pass through, or possibly he'll have some suggestions about efficiency of movement, natural light. Those are the things that you can avoid having to make changes during a renovation if you work with an experienced contractor who can see those, who can foresee those changes.
The train coming down the track, right, before they come, right?
That's right.
Awesome. Well, that's another great tip, and so obviously we're moving towards the vaunted number 1, right, video coming up. But if people want to get a hold of you before then, or they can't wait, and they have to ask you a certain question, or they want to have their own site evaluation to see how they can make their construction and renovation project enjoyable,
right?
How can they get a hold of you?
Give me a call, 880-4682. Give me an email, Derryl@renovatemyplace.ca.
Very good. Excellent deal. Thank you very much for tuning into this video, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video, which is the final video in this series with the number 1 of the top 10 things that you should not do or you should know before you hire a contractor. We'll see you then.